Hi guys, welcome back. Now today is another episode of Kobayashi-san Chi, Maid Dragon, and episode 9, after the beach episode, which wasn't actually that bad because it was handled rather tastefully. Now I can't exactly remember what happened at the end of the last episode, but I'm sure I'll either remember or it won't matter too much. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this new character Elma turns out, and the semi-rivalry going on with Toru and the vying for affection that is going to happen between Toru, Elma, and Kana. And to a almost non-existent extent, her work friend. Because he's now got Fafnir, and they've got their own little clique. So we'll see how that pans out, and just enjoy the show. Nice little dragonfly there. Hopefully it doesn't get eaten. Oh, so you have to explain even that to Kana. Alright. And knowing the energy of a dragon, then Kana's probably going to come in first. Even if the events aren't exactly what she's picturing. Well, that's enough to get her pumped up for it, isn't it? And I missed that last bit. I know the general of what she said, but oh, yeah. So she can't make it. Nakana's devastated. Is she gonna team up with Toru and make the office shut that day so she can go? It sounds like something that they'd fucking do. Or try and ring Kobayashi pretending to be the boss. Haven't come across any new characters yet, but Sports Day, probably potential is there. But also, it's nice seeing the uh, usual family dynamic where there's some sort of event in the child's life where one of the parents or the guardian or whoever it is that's looking after them can't make it, so it ends up disappointing them. So it's not like if you're a dragon, you're treated any different. Is that the only way that she's going to understand it? Yeah, it's fairly right. She doesn't really care about Toru though, because Kobayashi is the mother figure. Hmm. And now she's. That's the. Poor Kana. But you know, children have to learn about disappointment. Unfortunately. Mm-hmm. there is this whole family dynamic, isn't there? So try and be better than them. Fair enough. Oh, she's that kind. Okay. So she acts up to get attention, which is exactly what a lot of children do. It doesn't stop at children either. This I don't think it's the working together that she cares about. It's the victory in defeating the others. Mm-hmm. Yep. It would be nice. I mean, that's a general. What about other people and worrying about personal life? I'm guessing. More or less. Don't go licking it. Okay, for what reason? I mean, last time Toru did it was. Was it to go shopping or was it. I should have guessed to go spying on her working to see, what it's like. She didn't notice Kana watching her. I guess it was at a further distance, though. She's forcing herself to say it. You see, sometimes people, not just children, need to be more considerate and not just think of themselves. And unfortunately, it's becoming a rare commodity. It's because you care about them. That's the reason. Yep. She's gonna work harder to get the goals and tasks complete so she can get the day off. Oh, she's volunteering. I thought she was asking a question. Yeah, we're gonna. It's like a montage now, isn't it? I wonder if no, Toro wouldn't have noticed that Kobayashi is working late. We would have seen it if she had. Overtime is a pain in the ass, but I'm guessing this isn't a work environment where you can. Is he going to help out so that she could? Fair deal. If they're not getting paid for this, no, not really. Well, now that she said that, she better turn up. And since she said she'd turn up, I can see this going wrong. If it hadn't had that scene, it would have been fine. Is this like she's at a store deciding what to get? That's what I got. Yep. That's what I got from her carrying those bags like that. Yeah. You see, it's the insignificant events like that. Okay. So it's more. Yeah, it's like a festival than rather than just some sort of sports day kind of thing. Oh, she's there. Okay. I was expecting something to go wrong. Glisten. Oh, of course. Distracting all the kids. And probably adults as well. I remember doing sports days in school, and it wasn't exactly bad, I just didn't care. Is she going to be able to run while she's bloody drawling all over the place? Kana's basically going to have to drag her across the finish line, isn't she? Too happy? Hopefully it is just, childlike innocence and nothing too. What? What are they doing? What? Am I missing something of that race? I'm guessing it was like they've got to find someone, but I don't remember having lunch breaks in the middle of the sports day. Then again, it was fucking decades ago, so could be wrong. I don't think she's going to fall for that. So she's actually been doing well as the maid, isn't she? I'm guessing by the colour of the hat that she's in the red team, which aren't exactly winning. What is it now? Which drink you want? And the reveal. Oh, ice cream. It is a tough decision. Although I agree with the go for everything. Well, joint skip rope, which means, you know, it's incredibly difficult to keep a whole bunch of students in synchronization. Well, they're getting some points at least. They're catching up and they're beating one of the teams. I'm guessing that the whole the whole moral of this is that working hard, blah blah blah, do your best, distract everyone and win. Yep. Seems like cheating. Does he still distrust her? Tug of war. Okay. Is Kana unfairly advantaged in this, being, you know, a dragon? Timing and whatnot seems relatively not up to her. Oh! Of course. And now that's making her more limp and useless. But that extra burst of energy, shall we say, put them over the edge. What event was that? Or this? It's like synchronized standing. But I guess you can't gain too much from just still images. It's close, kind of. One in the leading class is still. This is the relay which she volunteered for. You see, events like this are great because it's actual, down to skill and spirit and all this. But then if you fuck up, that feels terrible because everyone's relying on you. Now don't fumble. How much of this is for the class, and how much of it is to impress Kana? She's got a long way to make up for that. But she's determined, at least. Go! You see, if Kana doesn't make up for the lost time, I mean, we knew she would. There wasn't much debate about it. But, you know, you've seen Toru in the shopping district. They can move bloody fast. But I'm sensing that kind of would try to keep to human limits more than Toru would, so. Well, she's a dragon! Yeah, if she didn't, like, push herself. They would have also won if she didn't fumble, but you know, it's the making back on the loss that really mattered there. And the spirit and working hard and determination. It is better to win as part of a team than just do well by yourself. I mean, it's still nice, but. But the success is more fleeting when it's just your accomplishments. Well, that was Toru's participation in it, making lunch. Yeah, she's not so alone anymore. Are they going to play dodgeball again or jump on the seesaw? Or just go fight in that other dimension? And she got it in. Not that it looked too far away, but right. For really, are you now choosing which toothpaste? Fruit flavored toothpaste, yummy. Also, it's not that difficult. Choose one, choose the another day, and just rotate. Choosing them in the shop is probably more troublesome than choosing them while you've got your toothbrush in your hand. Because it'd be like, oh, what if I don't like it? Rather than, it's here. But I'm guessing Elmer's character is just a lot of indecisive actions and not very successful challenges against Toru. And I should probably turn the light on at some point because it's getting dark. You see, the story is kind of weaned away from Toru, as it's focusing on the others. I mean, we got the jealousy arc when Elmer arrived, but you know, that's just was that Fafnir in another cosplay or okay. Once again, that was just a nice fuzzy episode of Kobayashi-san. When I say fuzzy, I don't mean well, what I mean by fuzzy is, I think, is a better way of saying it, is just, that light-hearted, fun, family-friendly, just nice time that this show is. Because it is essentially just someone that doesn't have any family life, doesn't have much social life, has now basically inherited this extended family due to circumstance, and the journey that she as a character has to undertake to kind of accept it all, and then also the new arrivals have to learn about the world while they're getting along, and understanding that family life isn't always easy. And as much as you care for each other and want all the best for everyone else, it's not always going to be as simple as that. And even something as rudimentary as turning up to a child's sports festival can be hard, and if not treated well, there can be feelings of resentment or abandonment, which might take a while to overcome, and unfortunately not enough people kind of pay enough attention to each other. And if we just did all that a bit more, if we were a bit more empathic and cared, I don't think there'd be as many problems as there are. I know there are a lot of families who are amazing and do everything right, and it's nice to see that when in a show. So we'll see how much more that these characters can overcome, see if any more hurdles, because it's a sports day, get thrown in their way. And honestly, I just want everything to kind of work out, because there's some times that you want drama and troubles to arise, and this show isn't one of them. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. Hopefully I didn't bore you all with my additions to the show, and join me again if you want to see more. Of course, I'm always going to be uploading relatively regularly, but if you haven't already, you could subscribe, because it would always help me out and help you out if you accidentally miss something. Like the video and comment if you've got anything interesting to say, and even if you haven't got anything interesting to say, I don't know, just drop all your favourite fruit down below. Just something bollocks, who cares? Just get talking, If it's out of your comfort zone, you don't feel like it, try it once. Because it's what got me started doing this. If I didn't, I'd probably just be sat in my room playing games all day. More than I do. But whatever. I'll see you guys some other time. I hope you have an amazing rest of the day. Join me again.